So, welcome to Beyond Measures, a space of awareness, because awareness is power. I'm posting these videos on my Golden Energy 1111 channel currently. And this is a ride along. Okay? So I'm out driving and I'm downtown and I want to switch lanes to my right. And just to give a little background, this car that I'm driving, it has a lot of gadgets. Okay? For instance, if somebody come on either side of me, my side mirrors will start blinking to let me know that somebody's close to me. Okay? Also, if I'm wanting to switch lanes, which I want to put my turn signal on, if I'm about to switch lanes and somebody's beside me, it's going to start blinking and also start beeping. Okay. Another feature that this car has, if, say for instance, I put on my turn signal and I'm ready to, I look and I don't see a car, so then I go to get over. But say for instance, somebody wound up jumping right there in the way and it's about to cause me a collision, meaning I'm going to hit a person. If I'm about to hit anything with this car has a mechanism inside of it that it will shut down. Like, it will not let me do nothing. It won't let me accelerate. It won't let me, it will just stop. It will just lock up. And I found that out twice. This car locked up. I went to back out. I looked, made sure nobody was around me, and I went to back out, and it locked up because somebody just came out of nowhere flying to come past. So once you're out of the way from another object, it'll just start back driving again. So I'm just giving a little background for this story of this experience that I had about an hour or two ago. And I'm really learning a lot about myself with these different experiences and about others. Okay, so I'm downtown. I want to get over. I put my turn signal on. I look. I don't see nobody. I look again, because I always look twice. I'm gonna look again, make sure, okay, nobody there. And I go to get over, and I get over. As soon as I get over, somebody started blowing their horn at me all crazy, like, and I'm like, damn, what the fuck I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, okay. And then a car comes from behind me and come from behind me and go over into the lane on my left side. And they driving all fast. The light turned red. They driving all fast, so they stop at the light, but they stop farther, like in the crosswalk. So they sitting past the line for the light. So I just stop at the light, which I thought that the person was going to stop like right next to me to, like, you know how shit be happening on the road and then you pull up next to the person and y'all both looking at each other like, yeah, you know, like, what you doing, whatever. I thought it was going to be that kind of exchange, but the driver, he didn't stop at the line. He went past the line and now he's into the crosswalk. Okay. So I'm sitting at the light, like, you know, looking at this car, because you driving all crazy, and now you sitting in the middle of the fucking crosswalk, and you downtown. Downtown is busy. It's Thursday night, summertime, people out of college, whatever. There's people everywhere downtown, all day, all night. So, I'm sitting at the light. Next thing I know, I was about to say gorilla, but this guy, I'ma say, just come from the back of me. I don't even see what car he's coming from. Come up to my window on the driver's side, start banging his head on my window like real hard, like, what you doing? What you doing? And I turned and looked, and we locked eyes. And I said, nobody was right there. Nobody was right there. I said it twice. When he came to my window, I looked and seen that the car that I said was in the crosswalk, that driver, which I could see that it was a young boy. I could see him when he stopped his car at the light. A boy, young male that's younger than my own child, my own son. He jumped out his car like he about to come towards my car. Now the guy that was banging on my window, he got his hand in his dick, you know what I'm saying, like he's strapped, like it's whatever. But when he looked at me, when we looked at each other, like we locked eyes, and I said, nobody was there. He walked away. And the boy went and got, both of them he walked away and got in his car. And the young man that was starting all the crap. Oh man, I ain't supposed to get back on here. Oh, I'm good. My bad. They both got back in their cars. Yeah, that's how I was. Cause I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm about to lose my life tonight because I decided to switch lanes. I think it was like a week ago. I was coming from Wawa's, and it was this big trailer truck that was coming off the highway on the opposite side of the street of me. Long story short, when he got off the highway and the light changed, and we both going like this. I'm going straight up, and he's supposed to be coming past me, and he's coming off the highway. But what he did was not go into his lane, come into my lane. So now we head on, and he driving straight. Like it to me, because now I'm not even driving no more. I'm just sitting there because I'm trying to figure out what he doing, and he just coming straight up on me. Like he about to just take me off the face of the earth. He about to just run his car up into, not his car, his tractor, trailer, whatever the rigs, the big trucks, whatever they is with the big lights, transporting goods all over the world. He about to just run into my car. I mean, he was a car length away. And now I'm grabbing the clutch because I'm about to start going in reverse now because, nigga, I'm not ready to die tonight. And you about to just kill me. After he got so close, as soon as before I could even throw it in reverse, he turned to the left of me and went into the Wawa's. I was so mad that I left and was halfway home and then turned around and went back to get his information that was on that trailer so that I could report report him, which I didn't. But I probably most likely should, or maybe just him seeing me go back. I didn't say nothing to him, he was sitting in there. That would, he won't do that to somebody else, because somebody else could have had a heart attack, anything. But I'm bringing it up to say that was the second time that I feel like death was like right up on me, and I was not afraid. Now, I had been in situations in my past that I felt like I'm about to die. I'm pretty sure that y'all can relate. Another instance where I felt like I'm about to die was I was a teenager then. I was catching a hack. If you don't know what a hack is, where I'm from, before we had Lyfts and Uber and all, you will go out to certain streets, main streets mostly, and stick your hand out for a ride, and basically this person will take you where you gotta go. Y'all agree on an amount. This person will take you where you gotta go. That's a normal thing. Not right now, and it's not, but that used to be a normal thing in my city. And I was shocked when I went to Florida, and the city that I was in Florida, that was not normal. And matter of fact, I think it was New Year's Eve or something like that. I was about 14, 15, and basically it was a guy, and he robbed me. But before he robbed me, I was talking a whole bunch of shit when he told me he was robbing me. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you fucked up and all, talking all this shit like, you don't know who I am and whatever. And then he pulled out a fucking knife and put it up to me like, you know, give me your money or whatever. And then he told me to tie a bandana around my mouth. And I started fighting him. First I was like, oh, you gonna do this to me? With a Bible in the car? He had a Bible on the dashboard, and it was on my side. And, you know, of course, at that time I was a believer in, you know, the church and stuff like that, even though I was a teenager. But my grandfather had been taking me to church with him since I was 11. So, and my life did flash before my eyes. I thought that was the end. It's another time that, it's like, I can probably go down the line. I'm sure you can too, of different times that you thought that you was going to lose your life, or at least it was possible that tonight is the night, or the day is the day. And I fought that man and got the car. I'm telling this I'm telling these situations to explain that death been in my face, and I did not have the same reaction that I had as a believer before I knew exactly what death really meant, and that I'm a spiritual being myself, and that I'm not about to just go lay in no ground, or I'm not about to go be judged by Jesus and see if I can get in his cloud. Death was in my face tonight, not only because this guy banged on my window holding his dip like, you know, if I say the wrong thing, he gonna kill me. But, and that's why I'm even making this video, because I seen death in his eyes. And I seen death on his face. And now this is the first time that I've seen that, or even aware that I'm seeing that, or like I'm seeing it. To the point that when he got in his car, like, I looked in my rearview mirror, because now the light done changed. He get back in the car and start laughing with whoever he in the car with. And of course, all these thoughts just coming in my head. And all I could say, because then he went around me too, was, damn, he got death in his eyes. That's what I said. And I'm like, you know, I'm not even going to worry about you, because matter of fact, that's not, I did say he got death in his eye, but the first thing I said is, about to die. That's what came out my mouth as soon as after that. I said, he's about to die. His eyes were so yellow. And it was like when we locked eyes, because even after that, I went and looked in the mirror to see, like, let me look again, to see, like, what do I look like? What did he see on me? Because when he came, when we locked eyes, it changed the aggression. It was like he synced me, like, maybe did he see my angelic energy? He did not give me no more smoke. Like, he walked away. Like, not like to say, like, you know, I made him walk away or whatever, but he did not give me no more smoke or whatever. Like, that shit was just crazy. And I'm making this video because all kind of things was coming in my head. Like, first of all, he didn't know who was in this car. Okay. And then I'm thinking, now remember at the beginning of this video, I explained all the features that's on this car that I'm driving. That, for one, if somebody come on the side of me, it's going to just immediately blink up to notify me, like, you know, somebody's on the side of you. Then, if I'm trying to get over, if I have my turn signals on and somebody's beside me, it's going to blink and it's going to beep. Because it's alerting me, like, look, you need to wait. But not only that, if I was to attempt to move with somebody around anywhere in this car, front, back, or whatever, like it's going to be possibly a collision, this car is going to shut down. It's not going to let me do anything. So now I'm trying to figure out, what the fuck was the point of all of that? Why? Because I feel like, okay, I didn't do shit but just get over in the lane. So, okay, so now it's the gentleman who was beeping the horn at me. He was in the car by himself. And I want to say that, oh my God, you know what? Oh my God, let me go in the house. He was in the car by himself. This is a big ass trash truck that look like he about to come off the motherfucking road. What time is it? It's after midnight, and motherfuckers is crazy out here. That's the point of this goddamn video. What the fuck is going on out here? Cause I'm thinking, like, okay, they ready to fucking, I guess, murder whoever was gonna be in this car. They didn't know if I was a nigga, a white person, a brown, a grandmother. They didn't care or know who was in this car. The boy with the death on his face, maybe he in that type of energy, because death was already on him. So he don't have a problem with taking somebody out or losing his life. So it's a spirit of death going around. I mean, death is always going around. The moon is right now, it's waning. I mean, it's waxing. It's waning right now. It's letting spirits out right now, because we came from a full moon and now all that energy is coming back out. So spirits is coming in, and I want to say it's got to be a dumb deaf ass spirit coming in, where it's causing people to not care about their life, and also to feel like they own every fucking thing. Like, how are you gonna get upset that I switched lanes and got in front of your car? That's what we doing when we driving out here. I looked twice like I normally do, and nobody was in this lane next to me. Somebody was in the lane farther over. Nobody was in the lane next to me. So, and there's a lot of cops out here tonight too. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck is going Oh, there's a lot of cops out here. Yeah, this is a cop. They on a hunt too, cause they've been running me all fucking night. It's like the second, third, maybe even fourth cop that got behind me that is checking me. So yeah, this it's some predatorial. I'm in control of it all, and I'm willing to die for it. Energy, spirits out here. Because as soon as I locked eyes with that, I want to say a gorilla. I'm not saying because of his complexion or anything, but I want to say a gorilla because he looked animalistic when he came hitting my window. He had no need to hit my window. All kind of stuff was coming in my head because also I'm thinking the young guy, like, dude, the young guy got some kind of energy, some money, something that this other guy, the guy who hit my window, he was an older guy with like dreads or plaits in his hair or something. When he hit my window, like he defending the young guy, it was like he was trying to prove, like, yeah, you my boy, you my peoples, I got your back or something. Whatever it was, cause it was so totally unnecessary for him to. First of all, it was so unnecessary for the first guy to be speeding or whatever, getting aggressive, beeping his horn at me for just switching lanes. Very immature. Very immature and dangerous for the other guy to jump out his car in the middle of downtown. The police station is like right 2 blocks over. Matter of fact, it wasn't, I don't even think the police station was 2 blocks over. I think it was right, yeah, it was 2 blocks over. But they don't care about that, you know that. But suppose it could, you didn't know who was in this car. It could have wound up being a shootout. I could have wound up being a male that's like going to defend himself, like, yeah, you know what you mean what I'm doing or whatever. I could have really just gave him the smoke, and then when he had took me out off the face of this earth. But through this experience and that experience where that trailer was coming up on me like that, and seeing death on this man's face and his eyes, I don't know how much longer or when, but death was all, I seen it in his eyes, I seen it all over his face. And when he looked at me and we locked eyes, it was like he was shocked. Not shocked, but it was like, you know, it, I want to say calmed him, or like he did not, you know, the aggression went away. He walked off. So, with me saying that, I want to thank my spiritual team right now. I want to thank the great mother and the great father for protecting me, first of all. For allowing my spirit to know, like, you know, that it's not worth me about to go back and forth. And I'm also have been working on just shutting the fuck up, because I don't have no point to prove. And I know, like I said with this car, I did not do nothing wrong because this car wouldn't allow me to. If somebody was right there beeping, was right there when I went to go get over, this car would have been beeping, going crazy. And then if it was even near your car, this car would have shut off. I would have been sitting in the middle of the fucking road, can't move while all the cars moving around me, because the car just shut down, because it's built for me. It has collision protection or something on here, and I appreciate that too. But the point I'm making of this video is, for one, like, people need to fucking care about themselves, first of all. And stop being so aggressive on the road. That's another thing. I'm just getting my fucking license back. like, I didn't have my license for 2 years because of a stupid decision I made. But my Kundalini was risen real high, and I just was really waking up and becoming aware, and not really aware of what was going on with me. So I was feeling like, like powered the fuck up, and I was not regarding my own safety or the safety of somebody else. I had caused the accident. So with that also, I'm not like riding around driving Miss Daisy or whatever, but I am like on point of the decisions I'm making on the road, because for one, I went through too much to get my motherfucking license back. And I don't ever want to not have my license again, because I need to do what the fuck I gotta do. So I know that even with that, I'm being careful in my driving. And it's just people out there that's selfish, only worried about themselves, and willing to just give up their life over nothing. Because like I said, that guy didn't know who was in his car. He didn't know if I had a gun on me. And I guess he was ready to die or go to jail or whatever, because he was holding in his dick, he was strapped. And the other boy was strapped, they were strapped. Riding around in some female cars, because I can tell they female cars, because no guy would be riding around in that type of car. Little ass cars like that. It's just sad, because all I did was got over in front of your car. I don't know you racing, speeding, in control. I don't know. Like, I don't know that. I didn't know that I should not be getting over. And yeah. Death is a transition from one form to the next, or also from one energy to another, or also putting death, like ending something and transitioning into something else. And I'm grateful to the Great Mother, the Great Father, my spiritual team, the angels, that subconsciously, consciously, and in my heart chakra, all of that I'm aware of that I'm no longer in the fear of death, that if I leave, I'm going to not see my kids ever again or whatever. I've already talked to my children about, I'm not going to be here in the physical forever, but I will be around, because our spirit is eternal. I will just be in another form. And I've accepted that. And I feel like once a lot of people accept death for what it really is, and not live in fear of dying, and willing to do anything so that you won't die, I promise you, now compare those two situations compared to when I said the man robbed me, and like he pulled a knife out, and my whole life flashed before my eyes, and I was afraid. So afraid that I'm now talking about, oh, you got this Bible right here, you're going to do this, why? And I wanted to live, because when he told me put the bandana around my mouth, I attempted to start getting out the car door, and like he for whatever reason, he didn't stab me. Now I feel like he was hitting me. I remember him hitting me, like trying to grab me to keep me in the car, because we was in a little teeny alley, because my street was a one-way street, and I was telling him to go a certain way so he can come back around. And when he did that, he started cutting through like this little teeny ass alley, and I'm sitting there looking like, he cutting through this alley, and then his car just shut off. Excuse me. And he didn't try to start it back up or nothing. And it was an old car, so I wasn't really tripping. And then that's when he robbed me and pulled the knife out on me. And so I had to like squeeze out his car, and yeah, that's how I got scraped up on the side, because when he pulled off, the alley was so skinny and it was next to brick houses that I scraped my side up. But I'm trying to say, back then, you know, I was fearful of dying. You know, of course I was only a teenager too, but I can feel the difference. I know the difference. I see the difference from those two experiences that I had, where I could have been taken off the face of this earth, that I didn't have the fear of it. Like, I was ready. Not ready to die, but like, you know, not ready to die in that way. Like, I believe that y'all get what I'm saying. I get what y'all, I think y'all get what I'm saying. And for that guy, I hope that him seeing me made him, maybe he seen one of his sisters, family members, something, like, you know, I'm just innocent. Like, I didn't, he had to be seeing that I didn't do anything. So maybe he was trying to show off for his friends, or maybe he trying to get something out the young boy, and he trying to show him like, yeah, you my homie and all that fake ass shit, because there was no fucking need for that. Like, really, like, it was like, what the fuck is really going on? Why the fuck would you jump out the car and start banging on my motherfucking window and shit, talking about what am I doing? Bitch, I'm driving. What the fuck you mean? What the fuck is y'all doing? Out here causing hell and mayhem and shit? Because his eyes was so yellow and they was all like the aggression in it. But when he hit my window and looked, he like, what you doing? And then he looked, like, we locked eyes, and I'm like, nobody was there. And like it like deactivated him or some shit. He just walked away. He ain't say nothing else. He just walked away. See, my ladies, be careful out here driving. To everybody, male, feminine, female, but be careful out here, because it's just seem like people don't have shit to live for, or they don't care about going to jail. They don't care about consequences. They don't care about nothing but their ego or whatever. Yeah, that shit was just sad. And even after that, like, I actually was just stunned and shocked, because when we started driving down, like, they started speeding off again or whatever, and I was going behind him because I was trying to get my conscience together. Like, did this just really just happen? And even after they left, because they wound up turning off or whatever, I was still like calm, like, oh yeah, I heard you, spirit, because I knew I was protected. And that's, yeah, I know I'm protected. You have to know you protected. I know I'm protected. I know I'm protected. I know I'm still doing my purpose. I know I got shit to do. Thank you. And I know it wasn't time. And I know that when it is time, I'll be comfortable. You know, I won't be fearful, I'm gonna say, when it's time, because I'm aware that this physical form is going back to Gaia, to Tiamat. It's going back where it came from, and I'm going to go where I'm going to next. I know that's not a permanent ending. So yeah, this has been beyond measure, because our spirits are beyond measurement. You know, our gifts, talents are beyond measurement. A space of awareness, because awareness is power. And I need people to be aware that they are spirits, and that when you transition, death is just another transition. I made on a video, one of my videos, I was talking about how when I first started doing tarot cards and shit like that, when I became aware about, you know, the church and stuff like that, and I was stripped of all my beliefs, And I started searching to find out what it is that I do need to be believing in. And I used to be afraid of the death card. I never wanted, when I started first reading to find out the meanings of the cards and researching and stuff like that and looking online, before I had a better understanding of the different images and stuff of the card and what's the true meaning of the death card in the tarot. And I'm shuffling cards, you know, doing my cause I started doing Celtic crosses at first, and Celtic crosses readings, and I used to be afraid, or I used to try to avoid, or I did not want to get that death card because I felt like, you know, that was something bad. But the death card is not necessarily good or bad. It's just what it is. It's the transition, something coming to an end, and something else is beginning. And it's all how you perceiving that death. And for that young man, death was on him. Now I don't know if that's gonna be a physical death, but I seen it on his face and in his eyes. I seen it. I felt it. I will be back with another video sharing my experiences as I'm on my spiritual path of transitioning, transforming, and trusting in myself, my higher self, my spiritual team, ancestors, predecessors, my angels, the great mother and the great father. Coming to you genuine. So yeah, y'all take care. I'll be back with another message.